Best life. Statement heard. I bet you're living your best life. The statement was not said in love, but with a negative connotation. The underlying disgust that someone has the audacity to live their best life. What is living your best life? Who decides if your best life is occurring? Why would someone be disgusted with you living your best life? Why would I take offense to someone telling me that I am living my best life? Let's start with the first question. What is living your best life? Interestingly enough, I could not and cannot describe what living your best life would be because I don't know what goes on in anyone else's life. Thus, I will not fix my lips to say that anyone is living their best life. Your definition of the best life and my definition of a best life will not be in alignment. Although it may have similarities, I still will not try to define it for anyone else. The best life, as described for me, is having all of my needs met, having wellness and balance across my mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and financial areas of my life, allowing myself to live in the present moment and experiencing all that the day has to offer me, being thankful for the breath to breathe, working limbs, cognitive reasoning, and a voice to speak. This best life description probably seems boring to some. That's okay. I have lived some life, and what I thought would be a best life in my youth is not what I desire in my maturity. The the mind shift change in my maturity has shown me the importance of simplicity, to not overcomplicate my life so I don't get overwhelmed. Why would someone be disgusted with you living your best life? When people are on the outside looking in, they can only see what is being shown. The exterior of someone's life can look spectacular to someone who has not been invited in. For what they behold on the outside may or may not be the depiction of what is going on in the inside. Thus, they are judging the cover of the book and have not spent time reading the pages. When the cover looks amazing and they would like to be a part of the book, but was not invited in to read the pages, their response is that they're living their best life with disgust because they are not able to come inside, only to keep getting glimpses of the exterior. Don't get me wrong, that person who they are thinking are living their best life could absolutely be living their best life. In my opinion, I hope they are living their best life because I wouldn't want it any other way for them. Why would I take offense to someone telling me that I am living my best life? Hmm. The offense has been taken in the past because their assumption was that I was living my best life. I was actually hurting, hurting bad. When that statement was said, I was in a dark space, trying to figure out what to do next, why this and that had happened, what I could have done differently, not to be in the space of my life at this moment. I was offended at the statement because I was hurting and broken on the inside. How dare someone say I'm living my best life when I'm suffering in silence, crying what seems to be endless tears at night only to dry them so that I wouldn't have puffy eyes when I went out in the world to take on the day? How dare they assume what the best is for me when they don't even truly know me? I was offended because I was angry. I was frustrated at where I was in my life at that very moment, and the audacity of someone, multiple someones, to tell me that I am living my best life. Go on with yourself, as you wouldn't know what my best life looks like because I had not lived it yet. By them saying that statement when I was in a vulnerable, desperate, depressed, hurting status of my life, I felt as though they were saying that this moment in time was the best that life could offer me. I now know why those people said what they said, or I think this may be the reason why. I kept speaking positive and using words to build, encourage, edify, and empower. Through my hurt, pain, shame, depression, disgust of my decisions, frustrations, and lack of plan of what to do next, I kept speaking life. As I continued to speak life, it was a rebirth of who I was called to be, a beacon of light unto those that I interact with. I knew that I couldn't write and speak death, for I would surely stay in the negative spaces and dig myself deeper. What they thought they were seeing as my best was actually the beginning stages of some of the worst moments in my time. The good thing is that I chose me and my well being over what they thought was my best life. Here's why. I've had some amazing, wonderful, and fruitful days in my life. I've had some depressing, disgusting, painful, and fearful days in my life. What time has shown me is that I have the opportunity to live each day as the best day of my life. Here's why. Each day is a brand new day of life that I have not lived before. I don't know what challenges or hurdles that will be waiting for me each day. What I do know is how I want to live and operate as those challenges and hurdles present themselves. Realizing that I can only make the best decisions for the day that I am living in, fully grasping that my best is good enough in that moment until I learn more to be better in the future. If I am living in the right now of my day, then I can choose if it is my best or not. I can say what my best life looks like to me. I don't have to get offended by others assuming what they are assuming because they will think what they want to think as free will thinkers. Their thoughts don't have an impact on my living and me living my best life. It only becomes a concern if they try to disrupt my groove. I can say that at a time of writing this message, I am living my best life. The reflective time I spend with myself is a huge part of my best life. Allowing myself to have dedicated time to me to express who I am and be free in me is part of living the best life I can. Being thankful and grateful of all that I have and the ability to put pen to paper is a major contributor to me living and operating in my best life. How do you describe living your best life?